Hey, this is Phil, and it's your Friday video update. So I wanted to give you some news that on a number of announcements that came out this week that certainly have an impact on the mortgage industry and are going to impact you as well. First, the Federal Housing Finance Agency came out and announced their 2015 conforming loan limits. And there were no real changes in Virginia to speak of. However, in nearby Maryland, 6 counties and Baltimore City had their loan limits increased from $494,500 up to $517,500, an increase of $23,000, and certainly a positive sign for those counties in Baltimore City. Furthermore, just a couple days ago, the VA came out with what was by some considered a little bit of a surprising announcement, and VA actually lowered their 100% VA loan limit. They're going down from $692,500 down to $625,500. That decrease was a little bit surprising. It does now match the high balance conforming loan limit and the FHA loan limit, but there was no indication that that was going to happen, so some of us were a little bit shocked. What does this mean for a VA buyer? Well, what it does mean is this. If they are currently under contract and have signed their loan application, that 2014 loan limit is grandfathered in for them even if they're closing in 2015. But at the same time, if you've got a veteran who's out there shopping right now and is not under contract, that might be a good motivator for them to get out there and get their contract written and get their loan application signed with their lender, and that way they can get that loan limit grandfathered for themselves as well. Certainly something to consider, because if they don't do that, then if their loan amount is over $625,500 and settling next year, and they haven't done that, they will have to bring a down payment of 25% of the difference between the $625,500 and their sales price. So keep that in mind. Talk to any of your VA borrowers. I'm a certified military housing specialist. Love to help veterans with their loans, and I'd be more than happy to help your client if they need that help. And then lastly, the FHA came out and announced that the property flipping waiver that's been in place for quite a while now will be expiring at the end of this year. And that means that someone buying a home with an FHA loan on a property that has been purchased for and owned for less than 90 days by the seller is no longer eligible for FHA financing starting in 2015. The seller will have had to have held that property for at least 90 days. So those are some new announcements, not to be completely unexpected. At the end of every year, all this stuff is typically reviewed. The good news, I think, is that conforming loan limits did not change, at least for our area, and those that did went up slightly. So good news for those Baltimore areas. If there's anything else that you need help with, if you have clients that need my help, I'd love to have an opportunity to work with you and your clients. Give me a call, give me their name and number, I'll be sure and touch base with them. Look, it's almost the end of the year, and it's certainly time to wind down, but it's also time to ramp up for 2015, and love to be a part of your success in 2015, so let's do that together. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk next week.